everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I've got two exciting new kits to share with you guys today. These are two brand new kits about to be released, one a little bit earlier than the other. These are two new kits that were announced by Tamiya at the Nuremberg Toy Show last month, and they were kind enough to get us out some sample copies so I could share with my audience today. The first one we have is, and this one is the one that is a little bit further out based on the white boxes you can see right here. This is the 35th scale ACHILLES. Now the ACHILLES is a like an M10 tank destroyer, but the British version of it. So they've taken the turret is different, the gun is different, and of course the crew will be different inside here. So lots of new parts on a kit that only came out just a couple of years ago. And then we also have this new car. This is the Toyota Gazoo Racing Ts050 Hybrid, and a super unusual looking car, and looks like it should be a pretty cool one to build up too. Lots of decals, lots of markings, things like that we have to put on it, and the kit itself looks like it should go together pretty easily. So what we'll do today is, because I do plan on building both of these kits for you guys, those are going to be in upcoming videos, and what I thought I would do today is kind of break apart all the parts, show you the insides and outs on all of that before we get started on it, and then I'll probably start, I'm thinking this one, but I'm not positive right there. So maybe in the comment section down below, you can tell me which one you guys are interested in a little bit more than the other, so we can get going on it. So, let's get started. Okay guys, the first model we're going to take a look at is the new 24 scale Toyota Gazoo Racing Ts050 Hybrid. And it is a really unusual looking race car. Very odd shapes and just everything about it. So because of that is actually the reason I kind of want to build this kit, because it is so unusual looking. It's almost like a spaceship on wheels. So what we'll do is we'll just take a quick look at some of the parts, and I'm going to show you close-ups on it. And then right after I'm done talking, you can take a closer look at all the sprues with stills on it. And the very first thing we're going to take a look at is the body of the vehicle. Move that out of the way. And you can see it's molded in two separate pieces with the sprue divide in the middle here. And we've got all of that really unusual shape that we were talking about on this vehicle. And I don't know if that's... Oh yeah, okay, that's just part of the sprue that came done right there. But you can see the shape of the car right there. And we have this piece here. This is a chrome piece. This is the roof of the vehicle, and they've completely chromed this piece out. That'll be nice. So that's one less thing we have to paint. And we've got our clear parts here. We've got our front windscreen, headlight covers, and some of the other parts like the windows for the little side windows on here. And I'm assuming these are all the covers, and these definitely are the LED lights that they're using on this. We've got the tires inside. It's typical Tamiya quality when it comes to the tires. And now we're going to look at some more of the body pieces that make up, and you can see they've molded these all in white too. So that kind of gives you an idea of what parts you're going to be painted. If it's already molded in white, that's usually like the base color, and you can do a little bit of painting on it, and then the decals will go over it too. And having a white base always makes the decals pop a little bit more. You can see what those look like. Some really intricate design pieces here. Then we're going to get to the two black sprues inside here. We've got our wheels, since we already showed you the tires, all the front suspension and rear suspension right here, the seat, and just all the other little parts that make up inside there. There is no engine in this particular vehicle, or motor actually, since it's, well, motor or engine, since it's a hybrid. I'm assuming it has both in there. And we've got like the steering wheel, pieces like that. And finally, we have the last sprue, and this is the sprue that makes up the bottom pan, some of the air deflectors, and some of the front spoilers, pieces like that. So as you can see, there's only 3 sprues plus the actual body, so not a tremendous amount of parts, but I'm sure they all fit together beautifully, so it shouldn't be that difficult to put together. And finally, we're going to show you the what makes up the decal. So we've got our main set of decals here, and this is all of the carbon fiber, and then the red decals, and there's also some metallic decals inside there as well. take a close look at those. We have the second set of decals, and this is more or less the small little markings, seat belts. This is the little piece that goes over the top on the windscreen, and some parts for like the steering wheel. And we also have a really intricate set of masking stickers for this. This, I have to admit, this scares me a little bit that we're going to be doing that much painting, but knowing they're masking stickers, I think they'll go on really well, and we should have no problems with that. And finally, the last little thing that comes inside, we'll zoom up on this, is here is our metal transfers. Those are going to make up the rear view mirrors and probably some of the light effects based on what I'm looking at here. And then these blue decals are the blue decals that go on the, you might be able to see it right there, the blue decals on the wheels, or excuse me, the tires of the car. So they got a blue Michelin decal on there. So that makes up all the parts for this new kit. And from what I've heard, this new kit is actually due out in April and has a retail of about $50. One other quick thing I thought I would do too is I'm going to show you guys the page by page of the instructions as well on these kits. And I think by showing you the instructions, and if you want to look at them, it'll give you a better idea of how difficult the kit is. Because sometimes just looking at the sprues alone, you might not get a good feel for it. But with the instructions, you're going to see how many steps and different things you need to do. In fact, when I was looking over the instructions, I was told, we might be able to see it easily on here, there are some ultra thin lines that are molded on here, and those are parting lines where, or not parting lines, but masking lines that you will put your masking tape on to cover it up. And I mean, in fact, I can't even really feel it with my finger as I'm running over it, but you can just barely make it out. Maybe you can see it right there. There's a line that, so that would be the line that we'd mask over to paint this top portion black right here. So that was something that was in the instruction. So I'm going to quickly just show you each one of the pages of the instructions. That way you guys can get a feel of the kit a little better. Okay guys, now we're going to take a look at the partially new kit, the British tank destroyer, the M10 Mark IIc Achilles. And what I mean by partially new kit is this kit is based quite a bit on this kit right here that came out just a few years ago. This is the American M10 tank destroyer. Now what Tamiya has done on this is the British have changed the turret. They've put the 17-pounder gun inside of it and changed like the counterweights back here and a few other things, and of course the crew. You're gonna have a British crew inside here. Now this is a white box kit, so this is the way they come to me here, and the retail on it, this was written by the guys at Tamiya, so it's a $51 retail, and the part number will be 35366. And what I'll do on this is I have a video out showing the entire M10 being built. What I'll do now is I will just basically show you the new parts that make up this kit. So it'll just be a couple of new sprues that are in this one, and we'll show you those right now. Okay, we're going to take a look at, there are 4 new sprues inside of this kit, and actually 2 of them are the same, and there's 2 of this particular sprue in there. So we've got some British guns, we've got the counterweight for the end of the 17-pounder, some British helmets, as well as a new drive sprocket, and then the 17-pounder ammunition in there. And like I was telling you, there are 2 of that sprue inside there, so we've got those right in there. Then we have this particular sprue. This is the new turret. This is the 17-pounder gun, as you can see right here, and it is a full barrel all the way up to the muzzle brake, and the muzzle brake is divided into 2 halves there. We also get part of the British crew. We've got a half figure and then a full figure sitting right here, and then some of the other parts that'll make up. And finally, the other new sprue on here are the other 2 figures. We've got the rest of the gun, as well as the counterweights for, and then of course a couple of tools on there too. So other than these 4 sprues, the rest of it is the regular M10 that came out, I guess it was about 2 years ago now. So, and that was a great build. And the main difference on this one, like I was saying, is the gun. The American one had a 3-inch gun inside, and this one has the 76.2 17-pounder. So this was that was a real high velocity gun that could really punch a hole in the side of a German armor piece. Well, there you go, guys. There's a quick look at 2 new great kits from Tamiya. As you can see, I've got a lot of work ahead of me, so we're going to start on one of these. I'm not sure which one of them I'm going to start on. I'll figure it out real soon. But I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.